All right, good morning and welcome to our September Tech Talk. And if you just heard that we are recording this session and we do make them available to view afterwards. So thanks everyone for joining. And again, I know we've had to change our Zoom links from what we might have had set up previously. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. And we apologize for any inconveniences if you had the old link, unfortunately, from a long time ago. I'm just gonna quickly introduce our presenter and talk about a few things coming up here. As we typically do, we talk about our upcoming events, our next Tech Talks. So today is our September Tech Talk with Cooper Lighting. Coming up in October. On October 25th, we will have HMS Networks, and they will give us an update on their AnyBus and EWAN products. That's communication gateways and remote access devices. Then in November, we're going to have TX1 Networks, kind of a new cybersecurity partner with the Reynolds Company, and they're going to highlight their portable inspector, which is a pretty unique little USB device for inspecting your OT networks. And then in December, we'll round out the calendar year with Tech Talk with ABB, talking about finding the right cable protection solutions. So I think that's for ingress protection on cabinets and stuff. So that'll be a good discussion as well. Continue to look at email announcements and always visit our reynoldsonline.com website for all of our latest events. And then one more plug will be for Automation Fair. We're, I think, less than 7 weeks away now to Automation Fair. It's November. It's the week of November 6th. So it's 6th to the 9th. It's in Boston. So 4 days this year. So registration is definitely open and ongoing. So we invite you to consider going to Automation Fair and reserve your space as soon as possible, as the weeks are getting shorter and shorter before the event. All right, and with that, I want to turn it over to our guest presenter. We're fortunate to have Michelle Ryan, National Channel Director with Cooper Lighting, joining us today. So I want to turn over the presentation to Michelle. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Wayne. Thank you all for logging in today. And for those of you who are watching the recording later, I appreciate your attention. I did share with Wayne a PDF of this deck, which will be made available to those who need it. So thank you for your attention, and just know that you can take some notes, but you'll have the deck to follow along with. Just wanted to review the agenda. Wanted to keep to the advertising that we had for this with respect to what we had on the Reynolds website. I'm going to review some of our latest Cooper Lighting new products, and I'm included one of my favorite launches over the last couple of years that I'll highlight as well. And then fall is the time of year where we start to notice daylight hours are shrinking. It's, staying dark when we have that cup of coffee in the morning, and we can't get as much done outside because darkness is starting sooner. So we're going to review some things that you want to keep in mind if you have some opportunities to upgrade some outdoor lighting as we go through the fall months. And then I'm going to take you over to the Cooper Lighting website with some tips and resources. So first of all, just some news in the world of Halo. So Halo, I know a lot of our Reynolds partners, we do a lot of projects in the industrial and commercial arena, but Halo is the #1 lighting brand for downlighting and recessed lighting. Again, voted 25 years in a row. So pretty good brand equity with our Halo brand. Reynolds is a partner with us on some Halo commercial, but I did want to just take you through. This is my favorite, probably one of my favorite unique product launches that we've had over the last 2 years. And I find that a lot of people don't know that we have this product. So I did include it in the deck. And this is our Halo RL Slope, and it is available in a couple different sizes. And we're showing a home resi installation here, but this is also a good product for some light commercial applications. Anywhere that you have that slope mount ceiling, but you still want the light directed down, you have the ability with this particular fixture to adjust the optics there to get the light going exactly where you want it. So if you didn't know we had this product, it is in stock, it is in Market Pro, and it has been very popular. And people who see it were like, wow, that's a great product. I've got to bring some of those into my branch or show my favorite contractor. Okay, so now on, I wanted to introduce the Wiz technology. We definitely included this in the advertisement for the webinar today. And Wiz is a third-party technology that we have started to integrate into our Halo family of products. And so what you have here with the Wiz technology, it's a lot of benefits. Some of you might actually even have some lamps in your home that you've bought from your favorite big box retailer or online retailer, and just know that the Halo Wiz products will integrate with the same app. And so the biggest advantage that we have with this Wiz technology is the ability to deliver 16 million different colors by using the app. And this is just kind of taking you through some of the different color schemes that are available with the Wiz technology. It does work with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri, etc. And probably one of the nicest things about using the Wiz technology is there's no support needed from Reynolds or from the installing contractor after it is installed. The Wiz technology platform does come with the third party support. So that makes it a great selling solution because you know there's always going to be help available for the end user. And so there's a pro setup app, there's a dashboard, and then again, some of you might even have Wiz technology at home, and any new Halo products that you would add to your existing installation can be controlled from the same app. So some of the newer products that we have introduced with this is our RL technology. So those of you who are Halo fans certainly know what a Halo RL is. Again, tunable to 16 million colors. Why would this also be an advantage in maybe a light commercial application? Think about restaurants who want to have lighting for happy hour, or I think about turning the calendar to October next month. Halloween is coming. We've got a lot of different color schemes that you can use. It's football season. If you want your team's colors in your downlights, lots of fun things that you can do with some built-in scenes. And so we've got a couple different product families where you can have the Wiz technology. This particular outdoor floodlight we just introduced within the last several weeks here. And again, think about how you want your outdoor lighting to match some of the themes and things that you have set up. So this is a nice new addition to our outdoor Halo line. And then you can see here in the middle, there is a sensor, so you can have that dawn to dusk controllability with that as well. All right, moving on to some of our new Metalux industrial products. We did introduce earlier this year the LHBS. So this is a selectable high bay. You can see here one of the nice really features. There are actually a lot of nice features with this particular product. First and foremost is the selectability switches. You can see here that they are easily accessible on the fixture. You can have the lumen selectable and the color selectability right there. It does come in a couple of different form factors depending on how many lumens you need. And I will tell you that the smallest one, the one that is the 1218, 13 to 18,000 lumens, it's about the size of your laptop. So we have really come a long way with shrinking the footprint of LED lighting. And these are the latest in our high bay family. Okay, moving along to our favorite round UFO style high bay. So you asked for it and we finally made it. This is now available in black, and we are really excited to have this in the two colors. Some of you will, I'd like to draw your attention to the center of the fixture here in terms of it being sensor ready. So when this particular fixture comes out of the box, you're going to have this little plug color here. It does maintain its IP66 rating, but it's sensor ready. So even if your customer says, I'm not ready for sensors, know that you can sell this fixture and it can be very easily upgraded to sensors down the line, plug and play. These are all in Market Pro. Um, some of you like to have the battery backup option for your customers. And so, no, this is not a line art drawing of a vacuum cleaner. I've had a few people tell me, hey, Michelle, that looks like a vacuum cleaner. Nope, this is actually what the fixture looks like installed if you do want to have the emergency battery backup installed with it. And so this is kind of like a rugby ball, if you will. It's about that size, and it can be installed in line, and you can have that emergency battery backup there. For those of you who are looking at this UFO style high bay, maybe you want to put it in a high school gym. You can get it with a wire guard, right? Basketball practice can be both to the hoop and target practice in the ceiling. So you want to protect the fixture. We do have a couple of other options there, both with installation, and it is selectable. So you can see here on the chart, 4 to 5,000 K on the color, and then the lumen selectability depending on what your application needs. We did introduce also earlier this summer the selectable vapor tight, and we now have this in the 4 and the 8-foot lengths. Some of you may say, well, that just really looks old style. Yes, if you've got a situation where you need to replace an old T8, T12 fixture and you want to maintain the same footprint, the maintenance team doesn't have time to go back through and paint the ceiling. These are meant to be installed and replace some of the older technology fixtures. And so just know that we do have the vapor tights 4 and 8-foot, and they are selectable. All right, now moving into indoor Metalux, some of our newer products. Selectable, selectable, selectable. So I've certainly said this a few times. We are looking at color selectability and lumen selectability, and we are moving towards not 100% of our fixtures being selectable, but that's really where we're going from a distributor stocking model. So as we look to move to one of our newest products, we just launched this earlier this month. This is the Achieva Recessed Selectable. We're calling it the ARS. Yes, we are very high tech with our product names here at Cooper Lighting. And this is the shallow center basket style fixture. So we've got this in a couple of different sizes and lumen packages. And we're also aiming this for the contractor market. We have introduced this in some multi-packs. And what's nice about this compared to some of our competitor products is this is ready to install out of the box. Some of our competitors do have some center baskets that are multi-pack, but once you pull it out, you've got to install the driver, you've got to install the lens, and this is able to install out of the box. And for those of you who love a quick YouTube video, we do now have a YouTube video on our Cooper Lighting YouTube page, and you can actually see this compared to some of the competitors in the space, how quickly they are able to be removed from the packaging and installed. They are ready to go. All right, I'm going to move on to a new line of outdoor products that we launched also earlier this year, and that is the Lumark AP. When you see AP on a product designation from Cooper Lighting, it stands for All Pro, and that means that we have introduced a cost-competitive distributor stocking feature rich for the price point type of product. We've got some All Pro products in our exit emergency line. And so when we look at these new Lumark fixtures, some of you may say, hey, that looks really familiar to a fixture that I buy from an XYZ competitor. Just know that when a fixture is introduced by Cooper Lighting, it is introduced and made to our specifications. So don't think that this is a Me Too fixture. It is feature rich and made to Cooper Lighting's standards. It's kind of interesting. I had a group of AD distributors into Cooper Lighting last week, and we took a tour of our facility. And if any of you have ever been to Cooper or you want to have that opportunity, know that you can work with Reynolds. I see Stephen Jones jumped on the call today. He's your district manager. We can take both Reynolds distributor staff or Reynolds customers into Cooper Lighting for a tour of our facility. And one of the things that you will see is that we do aggressively test to specific performance specs with our drivers, and know that this is going to be just a very robust feature for you to think about adding to your branches. So with this particular adjustable slim wall pack, you can see it is color selectable. It's going to have the dawn to dusk switch on it. You do not have to order that as an option. It comes standard. If you, of course, want that turned off, that is an option. But it does have a nice form factor, and it has a great price point. We also have the wall pack in the same family. And again, it's color selectable, lumen selectable, and it does have the dawn to dusk photo control already on it. So again, nice stocking product to have in that Lumark family. The other product that we introduced is the selectable flood. And you can see here you've got some different mounting options with this particular flood. Again, selectable, 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 both on the color temperature and the lumen output. And then the last one that I had in this family would then be the canopy luminaire. These are great for parking garages, walkways, etc. Again, robust features here with the selectability and the price point. We did also introduce the LAS area site. This is a Market Pro product, which means you can have it on the shelf at Reynolds. We have it on the shelf in a Cooper Lighting distribution center. And again, very nice form factor here, nice features. You can see there's the ability to have a sensor there and something for you to just kind of take a look at if you do have some area site opportunities. All right. I wanted to talk a little bit more specifically about outdoor lighting. Mentioned earlier, it's that time of year when we're seeing our daylight hours shift. And I wanted to just remind you of some things to keep in mind when you do have that opportunity to upgrade some outdoor lighting. So for those of you, I think a couple of you might even be Reynolds lighting project managers, and so some of these terms on the screen might be a little more familiar to you, but I am going to give a brief review of what some of these standards and reports are and how you use them to compare fixtures, to upgrade if you're still upgrading from HID to LED, and how to use those tools and what they mean in terms of using them for your lighting layout. So, of course, sometimes you do have that opportunity where someone says, "Hey, I'm upgrading these HID fixtures. I've got 400-watt fixtures. Can you give me an LED equivalent?" And of course, fixture wattage does not determine fixture equivalency. So, even though that's nice that your customer says, "Hey, I've got these 400-watt metal halide fixtures," really what you want to understand is the fixture type, the optical distribution, and more importantly, what is our uniformity like, and how many foot candles are we delivering on the ground? So, equivalency is really kind of a tough thing to look at when you're doing an upgrade because we can do so much more about directing the light and improving the energy efficiency when we do upgrade to LED. So, just a little bit about optical control. So, we still have a lot of HID out there. In fact, we announced earlier this year that we are going to stop making HID lighting. But some of you may look at this and say, "Ah, that's the old lasagna pan, right?" So when you think about HID, we were bouncing that light all over that reflector just to try to get it down on the ground versus LED, we can direct that light exactly where we want it. Again, taking a look at some of that old type lighting and the different type of reflectors that we would have and how much light loss you would have from these old HID style lights. So again, when you are looking at the optics and you're doing some upgrading from some of the old technology to the new technology, some of the things that you want to take a look at here is the efficiency of the fixture and of course the lighting distribution and where is that light going. All right, so let's get into some of these technical reports just as a quick review here and how you use them, because I am going to take you over and show you our Light Architect tool. So the LM79 report, that is basically a report that's going to give you some basic information about the fixture in terms of lumens per watt, what is my CCT, what is my color rendering index, and that's just going to give you one data point, or excuse me, a lot of data points in one report in terms of what's going on with that particular fixture. So again, an LM79 report is unique to the fixture configuration. As you saw in my earlier slides, selectability, selectability, selectability. So every time that we have a different lumen package or color temperature package with the fixture, that's a different LM79 report because there's one per fixture configuration. Then we get into LM80 report, and this is really more about the LED chip, its performance over its lifetime. So then you have a different report, which is the LM21, and that is going to basically take the LM79, the LM80, and then tell you how the lumen maintenance is in that particular fixture. So again, comparing an LED to a HID fixture, where's the light going, how many lumens per watt, and what is the efficiency of the fixture. One of the things that you want to definitely take a look for is how many foot candles you get, and is the lighting uniform with the installation. So someone was joking with me internally about this slide, and they're like, how can you compare lighting to peanut butter? Well, let's say the peanut butter is the amount of light that you have coming out of the fixture. What you really want to have with the light is a uniform spread of the light. So some of you may remember hot spots when you're looking at some of those old HID lighting layouts, and you have hot spots right underneath the fixture. And then in the corners of the parking lot, you have a lot of shadows or darkness. Well, when you start looking at the lumens per watt and the efficacy and the performance, what you want is not necessarily a lot of lumens per watt underneath the fixture. You want to spread that peanut butter out and have uniform light all across the distribution for that fixture. So again, taking a look at some of the distribution maps that we have for a particular fixture, type 1, type 2, 3, and 4. Those of you who are lighting specialists, these are nothing new to you in terms of seeing a distribution pattern. But this is just an upgrade picture, a before and an after, if you will. Here you can see a lot of shadows. You can see a lot of dark spots, but then when you upgrade to LED and you're able to spread the light and get a more uniform light distribution, you're going to have a safer parking lot. So then how do you compare fixtures? Well, what I'm going to do now is take you to our website. So bear with me here as I um, move move my screen. Sorry about that, Wayne. Gonna pull this over. The joys of Zoom, right? I'm going to take you over to Cooper Lighting's website. Some of you may have used our website for tools before, and some of you haven't. So when you first come to Cooper Lighting, one of the things that you're going to see is first and foremost, what's new. We always, as you scroll through our web pages, we're always going to show you what's new. But what I want to take you to now is Light Architect. So Light Architect is our free resource, and this is how you navigate to it, our resources tab. You can come down here to Light Architect. So for those of you who do some lighting layouts, this is, if you're a Reynolds customer, you can use this tool. If you're a Reynolds lighting specialist or salesperson, you can use this tool, and it is free on our website. I'm not going to take you through a full demo of this tool. We've got because we don't have time today, but I wanted to show you how to get to it and at least how to get a login and what the tool does. So again, resources tab, navigate to Light Architect. What these images are showing you are foot candle readings on the ground in a lighting layout. We do still have, some of you have been using Light Architect for a while. Maybe you had it on your mobile device. You can load it on your Droid or Apple device. And from the augmented reality, the capital AR in Light Architect stands for augmented reality. Some of you can use this on your pad or your phone. And you can see here, someone wants to take a look at what a post top looks like from their device. Some of you might be with a customer, and remember the old days of lighting where you're like, try before you buy, let's hang this fixture and you can see if you like it. Well, from the mobile views of Light Architect, you can pull in any Cooper lighting fixture while you're in the space and show the customer what that fixture is going to look like. But from the Light Architect web view, what you can do is a full lighting layout, whether it's new construction or retrofit. You can pick the pole, pick the head, and then calculate these lighting layouts. And so what I did here ahead of the call is I live in Strongsville, Ohio. And so you can get a login to Light Architect. You can navigate using Google Earth and pull in the images right from Google Earth and start your lighting project from an actual live look at the facility you're trying to upgrade. So this is a high school that's on the backside of the development where I live, and if any of you wanted to start a lighting layout from a Google Earth image, you're able to do that here. And the reason I was going through and showing you the LM79, LM80, and TM21 reports is that's part of what you have to pick when you are picking the head for The post is taking a look at that lighting distribution and some of the IES files so that you know you are getting the right um, top for the pole in that parking lot. So you can see here, this is a good example of where you might need some lighting with some cutoff. There's a housing development across this tree barrier. So if you were relighting the tennis courts here, you would want to make sure that you have maybe a house side shield or lighting distribution that doesn't then give this neighborhood over here some extra light. Just some really cool features that you have in the Light Architect app. One of the other things that I wanted to show you how to find for those of you who do a lot of lighting and it's hard to, stay on top with the good, better, best options that we have from Cooper Lighting. One of the other resources that you have here are what we call our product selection guides. And so Metalux is our -- brand with the Reynolds company. So I did kind of tee up here this product selection guide. This is actually a brochure, but you can download these individual selection guides for the different product families and download those to your desktop. So if you wanted to have, for the quotations team that's out there, the good, better, best view from a page at a glance, you can get the key information here from the lumens, the color temperatures, some of the different features with control options, and just know that those are downloadable. And so at any given time, you can see here when I teed this up, selection guides. Today we have 36 of these, and you can see we update them all the time. So even if you downloaded one earlier this year with the rapid pace that we come out with new products, you may want to just navigate to Cooper Lighting and take a look at these on a regular basis. The other page that I wanted to show you here is markets. And this will be the last thing that I show because I know we're kind of here at the end of time. But some of you might get a lighting opportunity that could be for a type of lighting that you personally may not have done some lighting layouts for before. I always like to take the correctional high abuse as an example. Maybe you've got a juvenile detention center that contacted you for some lighting and you need to have it be tamper proof, but you're not really sure what are all the buzzwords right now in correctional high abuse lighting. So all of these take you to a page, give you some buzzwords, tell you the different type of fixtures that we have, and for the different types of areas that you would have in a jail, a detention center, whatever. And that can get you a little more up to date on what some of the buzzwords are for that particular type of lighting area that you may not have quoted lighting before. Of course, we've got healthcare lighting, clean room lighting, and then because you all are in the Gulf Coast, and I'm a big fan of turtles, some of you might actually have the opportunity versus other areas of the country where you do need to pay attention to that low amber lighting that you need along the coast where there is some wildlife. So I've kind of thrown a lot here at you with Cooper Lighting. Just wanted to show you some highlights of our website and how to navigate to some of the solutions that are there. The resources tab is going to be your friend. For those of you who say, Michelle, that was just a really quick drive-by of some things I want to learn more about. If you do want to come back and take some training for us, we do still have the webinars. I know during COVID, we were offering 4 or 5 webinars a day. Now we're about down to 1 a day. But on-demand education is also available through our Blue Vault platform. If any of you are in AD Rewards, we also load courses to AD Rewards for you to take and get the blue bucks. But at any point in time, you can take a look here at some of the lighting training that we have. So with that, I will take a breath, Wayne, and open it up to see if anybody had any questions.
Yeah, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and thanks, Michelle. That was really good. I'm going to stop the recording.